is the plaintiff, Dawn Johnson. She says she was visiting her dad sitting in his house, and boom, the defendant crashed his car into her parked car. The guy misjudged the turn, told her he was sorry, but hasn't paid her the $1,116.36 in damages he caused. So she's suing. This is the defendant, Tyrese Thomas. He says 2 kids on bikes got in his way, and in an attempt to avoid hitting them, he swerved and hit 2 parked cars. One of them was the plaintiff's. He also ended up hitting one of the bikers. The crash was their fault, and he's sorry about what happened, but the plaintiff should be suing the bikers, not him. He's accused of losing control.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant crashed into her parked car, but the defendant says that he swerved to avoid 2 bikers, so they're responsible. It's the case of park it here.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Johnson, you are suing Tyrese Thomas for $1,116.36 in damages to your car, your parked car that he did. All right, tell me what happened.
We were visiting my father's home on November the 4th on a Saturday, and we were all sitting in front of the house. I had my car parked across the street.
How long had you had the car?
4 months.
4 months, okay.
Brand new car. And it was parked maybe 3 cars down from the corner. And we were talking and laughing, and we heard this noise. It's like a screeching noise, like a... And we always turned around, but my father has a big fence, so you can only see by looking through the little peepholes. But she was sitting on that side. So she said, "That's your car. Your car is moving." So we all jumped up and ran across the street. And that's when I saw the car was on the front of my car. And it had, yes.
And his car was still there?
Yes.
All right, what had happened? Did you run up to him? And
Yes, I talked to him, and
what was the first thing you said to him?
I said, "Oh my God," because I was upset. And he said, "I apologize, miss. I apologize. I tried to avoid hitting these 2 kids on a bike." I didn't even know that there was a kid on the ground. I didn't know that.
And there was a kid on the ground?
Yes.
According to you, what happened? I'd like you to go ahead and come over here and show me with the cars that we see here. Pick a car to be you.
All right, this is my car right here.
Okay.
All right, this would be her car right here.
And she's parked?
She's parked.
Okay, now look at where you put your car, though, because I want to make sure you put your car in the wrong side of traffic. That's the other lane.
This is a whole one-way.
One-way going in what direction?
To the left. This is a one-way.
You see these arrows, how we've got them?
Yeah,
Can you flip that around then and put yourself where you were there, or is it too hard?
Oh, no, I got it.
Okay.
This would have to be me. This would have to be her. Right here. This is her car parked. Right here.
Okay.
This would be the bikes.
Are the bikes motorcycles or literally
bikes? No, they
bikes?
were pedal bikes. Literally.
Pedal bikes.
Pedal bikes.
Okay.
All right. I'm on the wrong direction. Just let's say that I'm making this way. Because this is.
Now, I want to do this way. I want you to forget this, and I want you to tell me how it happened, because you're going to end up messing up, and then it won't be your fault. I want you to pretend those arrows never happened.
So I got to go this way.
Do
this is
exactly how you want to do it. You do you.
All right. These are the bikes right here. Okay. My cousin goes first. Tell him to get out the street.
So according to you now, wait a second. So this street is one way this way.
Yes, this way.
And the kids are going that way? Because you have them going that way.
They're going this way.
They're going the opposite direction on a one-way street.
Exactly, yeah. Now, my cousin makes a turn, yells at them, "Get out the street." All right, whatever. The van's here, I stop here. As I make this turn.
Do you hear your cousin say that to them?
No, she tells me after the fact.
Okay, got it.
I stop here. It's a white van. I can't see nothing going this way. I stop. I proceed to make the turn. As I'm making the turn, 2 bikes flying at me full speed. This one dodges over. This one jumps off his bike, jumps on the side of my car. He's holding on to my car. As he's holding on to the car, I lost control. I didn't want to kill him. I didn't want to run him over. I was in shock. I panicked.
That's when you really need to be in control.
No, I panicked though. I never witnessed that. As he grabs this, I hit the brake. I skid up.
Yeah.
I bumped her right here.
Okay. How old was the kid who ended up in your car?
25.
Oh, he's not that much of a kid.
25. And I bumped her right there.
Okay. All right, yeah, I want you to go back. Okay, you wanted to elucidate me in case there was something I didn't understand, and you are right to do so. Come on over here, and when you get there, start talking.
Okay, first, all of it is a two-way street.
Oh, okay.
It's just that the street is so narrow that you would think it is a one-way because you can't, it's hard for like two cars to go.
Are there any stripes on the ground or no?
No.
Okay.
Her car was parked like right here, and there was another car that was parked in front of hers.
Okay.
Me and him was coming this way. When I came around the corner, I turned. The kids on the bike was in the middle of the street, but you couldn't really see them.
Right.
You couldn't really see them because of the big white van that was on the corner. So when I turned the corner, I cursed them out. Like, you know, y'all in the middle of the street riding a bike and nobody can even see them. So I
Is that
kept
what
on.
you said?
But no, I said some words that you can't really say in here. But anyway, I went down the block. He was supposed to have been coming behind me, but a car had delayed him. So I knew where we was going already. So I went down the block, turned around, and now I'm parked my car back here. So when he went to come around the corner, he didn't see the kids because they was like already like close to the middle of the block. And it gave me time to stop and not hit them because of the distance that I was from them. But by the time he got to the corner, they was already like right there. And I watched as he went to turn the corner, and one boy went on this side, and the other one was on the driver's side of the car, the driver's side of his car, and that's when he turned the corner. The bike, right, like in between here, the boy, like, holding on to the car, and he tried to, I don't know what he was trying to do, but anyway, he hit this car and then, like, the front of her car.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and go back. What happened to the boys that were on,
boy?
the men that were on the bicycles?
All right, one was all right. He dodged it. The one that jumped on the side of my car, when I got out my car, he was sitting on the floor. When I got out the car, I ran over to him like, are you okay? He got up, dusted himself off. He was going to proceed to leave. His family came around the corner, and his sister started speaking to him in Spanish and told him to get back on the floor. And then the sister was telling him in Spanish to say, you know, my head hurt or my back.
How do you know? Do you speak Spanish?
A little poquito, a little bit. A little bit.
So the defendant's defense is that he swerved to avoid two bikers. Does that fly with you?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because he still hit the car, so he's still at fault.
What if the bikers were responsible? Is the defendant still responsible to the plaintiff?
Yes,
Because?
because bikers have the right of way, especially if it's in California.
Or New York?
I don't know New York.
Well, it's the same thing. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
Do you have insurance?
No. I just got the car. That's why I was transporting it.
So why didn't you have insurance on it if you were driving?
I was building everything up. I just was transporting
building
it.
everything up.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you don't expect there to be the car accident that there was.
No, I did not.
We've got, I like this. Let's. All right, now we have Google Earth up. I just want to make sure I understand how this happened. You seem to be the most on top of it. Come down here and show me.
We came out of this block right here. We turned, we was coming up this way
Okay,
now.
so there are stripes on the ground though, right? Or no, that's just
No, those
that's
stripes
just
aren't there.
that's the
That's y'all
Google
did
Earth.
that.
Got it,
Yeah,
got it,
y'all
got it.
did that.
All right, so you come this way. You go to wherever you're going.
I go all the way to
He's
the
coming
next
this
corner
way.
and make a U-turn.
And the bicycle boys are
Right
from
here.
back here.
Yeah, from where the parked car is.
And there's a car, and he hits the bicycle boys. Yeah, go ahead and go back. So your premise is, why do I have to pay for this when the accident wasn't my
by the
fault?
biker.
It was the fault of the bikers. You know, I hear what you're saying about, you know, there was a car blocking, and there was, I didn't see them, and all of that, and that's why they call it an accident. But at the end of the day, if you're taking the turn slower, if you're watching what traffic is coming or going, maybe you could have avoided the accident. I think that from what you've described, you know, you may have a cause of action against the biker if you're able to prove that, in fact, he was, you know, coming in the middle of the lane or whatever else. So that's going to be up to you to do. She doesn't have to go chase a biker you hit. She has, you know, her step is the first step, which is that car hit my parked car that was doing nothing. So I'm finding do you have pictures of the damage? Let me see it. What do they say? And let me see the estimate. They say they have to replace a whole grill?
Yes, they do.
And who are these auto repair people? Do you know them? Is that where you take your stuff?
Yes. It's not too far from where my father lives because I grew up in that neighborhood.
Okay. I'm finding in favor of the plaintiff based on what I've heard in the amount of the full claim, which is $1,116.36.
Thank you, Your
That's
Honor.
my judgment. Good luck, folks.
All right, thank you.
Both sides hold up.
Yeah.
So the plaintiff proves her case to the tune of $1,116. Mr. Thomas, that must have been spooky when you come around there and the guy's on your car and you're in front of you like that.
It was new. It was something new to me.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to experience that kind of thing. I think everybody can appreciate, what you went through. But you heard what the judge said, that your car hit hers, so that makes you on the hook. If anybody wants to go after the kids, it's you.
I guess that's what I'm going to have to do now.
Well, that's your answer in this situation, okay?
All right.
Sorry I had to go through that. I'm sure it was scary. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Ms. Johnson, if you'll step out of the courtroom now. Sorry you had to come to court to go through this, but I know it was a new car.
Yes.
And that made it even worse, right?
Yes, of course. Of course. I haven't even got a chance to break it open yet.
Right. So did you get it fixed yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I plan on getting it fixed now.
Good enough. You got the money to do it? Now
Yes.
You do it. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one.
New car. Harvey?
Okay, I mean, look, Doug, the judge can't litigate who's responsible between the defendant and the bikers because the bikers aren't in court. So that's why the defendant lost to the plaintiff. Now the defendant has a right to go after the bikers if he can find them.